tayo na iko'y agundaway, inem, katawen, nga nagsubli-subli, nagiging anak tayo, manipod grade 1, agingga iti grade 6. Tamyulaing marakpat da, dahito'y ang makuti alukan iti elementarya. Kadagiging na inem, katawen, ngayon nagsakripisyo, ngayon pa nagrigat, kamulain, may sakad da, iti panagadal, dagiti patpatgen na anak. In the Philippines today, we have an army of youth, and millions strong, between ages of 13 and 25. Dynamic and eager to find their places in society. They are a distinct population element in themselves by the force of they exert and by the power and influence they assert and claim in our democracy. They are tremendous powerful group. They have, so to speak, the velocity of wind and the energy of the sun, the unconquerable spirit of the sea and the waves, and the fecundity of these full on earth. Full of fire and promise, exuberant, and not yet afraid to cyclical foes. They possess ideal with the strength, the test of solidity and purity amidst in political dissensions, and turmoil in our country. Many of these youth have distinguished themselves in the arts and sciences and other fields of human endeavor. The time is near when upon their shoulders will come the mantle of leadership in all phases of the national life. The youth of climes, and ages have always played an important role in the shaping of their country's destinies. It is not surprising, therefore, that today the youth of many nations are awaited in actual control of the country's vital affairs. In the Philippines, the challenge of totalitarianism in the last war was met and vanquished, much to the eternal credit of the youth, who, without counting the cost, nor weighing the sacrifice, spilled freely their blood in the sanguinary field of Bataan and Corridor. No less than flower of manhood was sacrificed that the ideals of democracy may continue to flourish. All these facts mean and prove anything at all. Is that the youth a living force in the democracy? That the youth properly guided and integrated will in time assume with dignity and honor the places of the elders in the high council of the nation. It is admitted, however, that these valuable qualities the youth, unless properly harnessed, may yet become as the angry, swelling wonder of the flood which will destroy everything and nothing in its course. The youth must be guided, trained, and oriented, not only the basis of the distilled experience of the past and harsh realities of the present, but also in the life of the foreseeable needs of the future, so that they shall become prepared to take over in the appointed hour the mantle of the authority. This is common responsibility, and the task devolves as much as the parents and the teachers as upon the government officials. In the home, the parents are the leaders. In the school teacher, and in public life, the government official. All of them should combine and supplement each other in order to accentuate and affect the moral, intellectual, and physical development of the youth. The Filipino teacher is the artisan of the Filipino soul. To him is assigned the task of molding of characters of the youth. He is called upon not only to impart information and to develop the mental, spiritual, and moral, physical faculties of the student, but also to perpetuate the tradition and ideals of the race. He is the spiritual guide of his pupils, their leader bold in action. He develops their mind and spirits in such a manner as to respond or react one way or the other, depending the impulse imparted. Trains them to be Filipinos with all the Filipino virtues and shortcoming and to love their country, home, life, and people, and to appreciate their own civilization. Apostles of patriotism. He ministers to minds and souls of his pupils, and inculcates love and devotion to their fatherland. Government officials, on their hand, should furnish examples for the youth to see. Not infrequently, youth take leading public functionaries as their models and patterns. They try to emulate their actions and acquire their virtues. For this reason, government officials should always live clean and virtuous lives. There is the power transcendent power in examples, that unconscious power which one wields to influence others, that personal contact with people, which enable one to enter into their lives and commune with their ideals. This is the paramount gift of government, because true leadership imparts vigor and vitality and inspires obedience by the power of examples, strong of will, and true honor. The true leader magnet-like, attract respect, and command obedience. He is courageous, but kind to the point of humility. His voice is composed, his hands and steady, and loyal to the trusteeship. He has to shun the neither tolerates, nor connive with those who easily fall, prey to the temptation of wealth, power, or glory. In his time of leadership, not threat, compulsion, and force are powerless to accomplish example, and the character will need respect. As necessary corollary, if the public service is to enjoy the confidence of the youth, public officials should follow a rule of conduct that will reflect real correspondence between what they say and what they do. We will not preach austerity and have fleet of automobiles at our disposal. All the expenses of the people. We cannot ban politics from the armed forces of the nation, as ordained by the Constitution, and use them as an instrument of political oppression in the election. William Shakespeare apostrophized, "I can teach 20 men that way good to be done, then to be one of the 20 to follow my own teaching." Kaya nga po, nang dahil sa kalakahan ng ating mga kabataan para sa ipakaunlad ng ating bayan, ang ating gobyerno ay naglunsad ng bagong kurikulum para sa ating mga kabataan. Yun ang tinatawag nating K-12 program. Isang agresibong pagsubok para sa ikabubuti ng ating mga mag-aaral. 2 taong karagdagang pasanin sa mga magulang. 2 taon na karagdagang hirap para sa ating mag-aaral. Pero kung ating pagtutuunan ng pansin at pakaisiping mabuti ang programang ito ng gobyerno, dito natin makikita ang kagandahan at kabutihan ng K-12. Mas maging matatag at marunong ang ating mga pag-aaral na siya nilang baon tungo sa mas mataas na antas ng edukasyon. Hindi po lingin sa ating kaalaman sa dakong ito ng Asya. Ang edukasyon sa Pilipinas ay nakuhuli na po. Kaya ang K-12 program ay siyang magbibigay solusyon sa problema ito. In the midst of the confusion obtaining under the past and present and administration, the Filipino youth are called upon to take a vigilant and militant attitude towards the public question, confronting the country and contribute in their own way to the formation of vigorous and courageous public opinion. They are laid to claim always the right self-expression and self-direction because men like trees require for the growth not only the right soil, but also the freedom from every influence that elevates and warms. They are to fight for constructive and robust nationalism. A nationalism that is not bigoted and narrow but man, that is the synonym of patriotism or love of country. They stand for the glorification of the common inheritance of tradition through the veneration of the memory of the architect of Filipino nationality. They are to labor towards the development of the national soul, and they are adhere to basic principles of democracy for the language of Woodrow Wilson, notwithstanding its defect, there is nothing better. They should clamor for readjustment of our economic life, the basis of equality of opportunity for all. And the Constitution mandate that seeks to ensure the well-being and economic security of all the Filipino. They should strengthen themselves through the cultivation of the arts and sciences, and in the disinterested search of the truth, and vitalize their manhood and womanhood through religion that will provide them faith, vision, and hope. What a Herculean task indeed awaits the Filipino youth. The responsibility of youth today are greater than ever before. Let us give the wise counsel and guidance, an example of honesty and virtue in the public service, so that the energies may be channeled along banks that will keep the crown overflowing. Verily they need leadership that will make the ideal Filipino citizens loyal, intelligent, and courageous. Sa inyo, mga minamahal kong graduates, ito ang inyong huling araw sa Santa Cruz Elementary School. Sa pag-alis ninyo, sana huwag ninyong makalimutan na minsan bahagi kayo ng paaralang ito. Sana huwag kayong makalimot na sana napag-aralan ang napag-aralan at natutunan ninyo sa paaralang ito sa loob ng 6 na taon. Ang siya ninyong gabay at sandata tungo sa mataas na antas na edukasyon. Ito na ang umpisa ng pagbuo ng inyong mga pangarap. Tumingin kayo sa hinaharap na punong-puno ng pag-asa. Huwag kayong tumingin sa mga masasamang kaganapan sa inyong kapaligiran. Huwag ninyong tularan ang mga kabataan na sa murang edad ay napariwa na. Bagkus, gawin ninyo itong challenge
para sa inyong ikabubuti. Isipin ninyo ang mga sakripisyo ng inyong mga magulang sa pagtataguyod sa inyong pag-aaral. Mga sakripisyong hindi nyo mababayaran kailanman. Isipin ninyo ang pagmamahal ng inyong pamilya na gano'ng kahirap ang buhay, nariyan pa rin sila na sumusuporta sa inyo. Magkaroon kayo ng takot sa Diyos, magdasal kayo palagi, at humingi ng gabay sa Kanya dahil ang Diyos lamang ang inyong sandalan. Pagdating ng mga malalaking pagsubok sa inyong buhay, alait man daytoy agundaway, apanagyaman, umuna kiniapo tayo, kadagiti iumutek nga naganak, Kanya, dagiti na anos nga mangisulsuro, kagabagya, kagayen, tiayat sakripisyo, kentarabay dal naragpad ko ti arapaat ko. Nulagiteng tawen anagat palabas, siya kastalat kada kayo, diyak ang muna niya ipagpanala. Ngayon sa isang pangarap, kat maadaan, itinabit ko na maadal, adal na iso, ibutayan mo sa likwa, na maagaw, saan na maagaw siya sino man. Dua kang nga agkabsal, dua kang ikaslakab sa ko. Iso nga bale o pat kami. Kung nagigitinagan natin, naganak ko, nagkong tarikag, yada pangagyan kayo. Kitain niya tarikag niyo na mangisakad ka na kayo. Tapunain, may kanta kayo, pinasayaan ang masakbayan. Agbasa kayo nga nalaging. Aglalamot, di magpapanami nga lugar. Makad-adayo kami, payat, timbang mo. Pinagas ko, ninapansin mo rin kadakwada. Namatanga, nakasalun, ligas sa ginaganak ko. Makita ti ama, na nabanbanlungin. Sinublang ko ito ng maneho, pagkayat ko laing na iribet na. Ngayon, di problema, di kasano, di pananginasot ko, jay aga-architect na balikada. But I try my best, sabi ko sa sarili ko, kaya ba ito? Kitay ko yung napasanas ko, kikinyari ko, hindi panagagal ko. Tauray narigat ti adaan a palagya, adalaeng panguspusan, no kayat tayo ti maadaan ti agal. Inrugit nga ron, tinagalan, iti kinakoleyo sa Jai UNP Bigan Ilocos Sur. Yung second semester, gapu ti Iliw Kenrigal, ituloy ko nagadal ita LCC. Inawis na karot ikabsat ko nga agadal sa Jai Tugigaraw. Ngayon ko na saanen manong, dito'y naklatan, taanmok nga marigatang gartumanen, nagitinaganap kanya. Ket kaasi ni Apo, nakapagturpos na, ket kinamestra, nerwal ko, at ang bungang rigat naganap kanya. Gapo ti anos kenrektadang, Dida na awanan ng namang, mudikit nagdalin, nga inspirasyon da, ti adda apanagyaw. Tiligan, ket saan, nga isu ti makatubeng ti arapaab. Mudikit, kay, magsalukag, tapno magunod ti arapaab. Itan may sa apetin, nga pere, babasit pa lang dagiti anak ko, mariknapon mo kasalo ti Riga, ti maysa anaganap. Tawatek man, kadaga yung graduates, nga tumakder, kalmasedek
kadagiti naganak yu. Matidek atid yu di naganak yu. Patuloy na din mga niyo Arakutin ken ibagayo kadakwada. I love you. Sabon nyo I love you and thank you, Inang Mama. Sugi tayo nga rin. Pagyamanang unay, iyadalo. Kadaytoy agon gaway apan nakaimpita, akasket, kadaytoy apasken, sapay kuma, ta nakaalam ngayon, ti adal ken challenge, kadagiti graduates tayo, tama iti kasta, ito'y tuloy, ken iba edda, ti panagadal da, aging ga, amaturpus da, ti arapaap da, apulso. Ken mausar dan tumet, tinaimbag, para itipagsayatan ti pamilyada, ken ti pamilyan. Congratulations sa inyong lahat, and may God bless us all. Maraming salamat po.